Churchill toured Amsterdam's canals in this very boat in 1946 after World War II. Traveling in style today can look very different. Ask Anthony Mason.
3, 2, 1.
Unveiled at Art Basel in Miami in November, it was tearing up the track in Daytona in January. The BMW M6 GTLM, painted by renowned artist John Baldessari, is a high-performance racing machine. As BMW's director of motorsport put it,
on the outside, it's really a piece of art, but on the inside, it's a race car, and that wants to go out today and wants to battle and wants to win.
It's the 19th in BMW's Art Car series. Inaugurated in 1975, it was the idea of Hervé Poulain, a racing enthusiast and art lover, who persuaded Alexander Calder to paint the German automaker's entry at Le Mans that year. Then, says BMW's Thomas Gerst, it just took off.
It was supposed to be a one-off at the very beginning with Alexander Calder, but the moment this car left the pit stop, it was like kids were screaming. It became the immediate, darling of the crowd that was watching.
The next year, Frank Stella created his graph paper BMW. In 1977, Roy Lichtenstein's car looked like a comic strip. The fourth art car is the most famous. Painted by Andy Warhol in 1979, it's now considered the most valuable car in BMW history. African artist Esther Malangu was the first woman to paint a BMW in 1991. British artist David Hockney painted a dachshund on the back panel of his car because his own dogs always rode with him. Jeff Koons was the last to paint a car in 2010, until John Baldessari got the commission.
Had you ever done a car before?
No, that was the challenge. Wow, beautiful.
At 85, Baldessari is a towering figure in the art world, and not just because he's 6'7". He's been called a surrealist for the digital age, and once instructed a class to write, "I will not make any more boring art," over and over.
I always said art is what you can get away with.
Do you usually work barefoot?
Yeah.
We visited him in his studio in Venice, California.
Got a note up here from Scarlett Johansson.
A fan.
You a fan of hers?
You bet.
Baldessari started using old movie stills in the 70s.
I could get them for 10 cents a piece.
Right. These are like old film stills.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with 10 cents a piece.
Then one day he put pricing stickers over the faces.
And you painted the dots.
Primary colors.
Why?
Ordinary.
Yeah.
It's become the artist's calling card.
Beautiful. Now for the dot.
Baldessari built it into his design for the BMW.
You put a huge red dot on the roof.
That's so you could be seen from the air. That's my eagle.
He put an image of the M6 on one side and the word fast on the other.
And it will go fast, we promise you that.
But John Baldessari hasn't driven in his signature BMW.
I can't even fit in it, I'm just too big.
How do you feel the car turned out?
I'm very proud of it.
He should be. Art that travels 130 miles an hour is anything but boring.